Welcome back to Magic Tarot Cards. This is Jasmine. I have a 11 card spread here for you. This is going to be about, I hope I'm saying this name right, Cheslie Kryst. She was the former Miss USA of 2019 that committed suicide. She jumped off a building and committed suicide a few days ago. I wasn't even aware of her. I don't watch a lot of TV, y'all. I just don't. And I don't watch Miss America or any of those types of programs. So I didn't even know who she was until a friend of mine yesterday mentioned her. So I looked at a 3-minute clip about her and what happened to her. So someone also requested that I do this video on her to see what her final thoughts and feelings are, what happened, what made her do what she did, and was there someone else involved? You know, I always ask that question because a lot of times when mysterious things happen, there's always another person involved. All right. So with that said, y'all, don't forget this is alleged. I hate using that word, but this is YouTube, so this is alleged. This video is for entertainment purposes only. It is not intended to discredit or defame anybody's name or character. The information comes from my spirit guides, tarot cards, and my own psychic ability. However, it does not reflect on my own personal thoughts and feelings about the situation because I don't know this person. All right. With that being said, let's get started with the reading. Hit that notification bell if you are interested in getting a message when I upload another video. Also, if you want a personal reading, contact me with the information down below. Do not forget, this video is branded. You do not have permission to copy or use it for your revenue. You can share it for other people to watch, but you cannot use it or post it on your page to make money off of it, okay? If you do, you will regret it, okay? Just plain and simple. And for those of you, the same person that keeps coming back and giving me a thumbs down, please leave. We don't got time for that. This is for true believers of tarot. If you're not a true believer of tarot, then click off now, be gone, all right? Because we don't have time for that here. Now let's get started with the video. I did ask what made her do this. What issues was she having? Did she really have mental issues? What was her final thought before she did it? Was there somebody else involved? And was this a real suicide, or does someone push her? Okay, does someone force her into this? So right away, as soon as, and I had to shuffle a lot, y'all. So I pre-shuffled, and this is what I got here. I did a whole lot of shuffling for this one and contacted Spirit so I can get exactly what happened. So for the very first card, y'all, the very first card that fell out as I was shuffling was the Devil. This is, I cover his face because I don't like looking at him. This is the card of addictions. Now, I'm not saying she had a drug and alcohol addiction, but there was other addictions, okay? You can have any type of addiction, like maybe too much addicted to watching TV or exercise or food or to another person. Doesn't necessarily mean drugs and alcohol. Right away, people think, oh, addictions means drugs and alcohol. No, you can be addicted to certain situations or be in a certain way. I feel like she had a certain type of addiction that made her want to be a certain way, okay? When I say that is she felt like time was running out. And why this beautiful, young, beautiful girl would feel like time was running out? She was only 30 years old, but that was the mark for her. She felt like once you turned 30, it was downhill all the way, okay? And that's not true. You know, you're only beginning at the age of 30. You're not, you know, sorry, I'm going to move this camera back a little bit. You're not, your life isn't over. But in her mind, for some reason, she thought once she reached 30, that was it for her. She felt like she was going downhill. And that mental status stayed in her mind. I do feel like she was born with some type of chemical imbalance in her brain that made her a little bit different. This is why she always spoke. I'm hearing that she always spoke of mental health issues, because she had mental health issues. She always didn't feel quite right in her mind, but she never realized what it was about. She didn't feel quite right. I'm feeling that she had maybe not bipolar, but maybe strange thoughts like schizophrenia. I'm not saying she was schizophrenic, but I'm feeling that she had those tendencies in her mind due to some type of chemical balance in the brain that made her think things that weren't correct. All right, remember, y'all, this is alleged. Also, here we have the Nine of Swords. I feel like she felt imprisoned in her mind. This could mean real prison, or it could mean self-imprisonment. So I do feel like she was self-imprisoned with her thoughts. She had different thoughts that she never expressed to anybody, never, how do you say, never revealed them to anybody. And this was about her life, herself, and they weren't normal thoughts, okay? But she was imprisoned with these thoughts. She felt immobile with these thoughts. You see how the woman's tied up, can't do nothing, and she's blindfolded because she can't see her way. So these thoughts made her feel this way. And she was like this most of the time. Only she did a very good job at covering it up. Most people that are way too happy-go-lucky are the ones that are having mental issues. And I do see that she was a very happy-go-lucky person. All right. Now, here we have the Nine of Pentacles. This represents building your own money. So I do feel like she worked very, very hard at building her own money. And she knew that. She had a stack of coins here where she's holding. Let's see if I can get this to focus. She had a stack of coins there where she's putting her hand on. So she worked very hard at doing what she did to gain money. It was slow moving money for her. So she did this within time. And here she's just showing me the money that she gained. She was inside the Garden of Eden here where her life was very fruitful. So she is admitting to her life being very fruitful. So I'm just saying, what was it that made her feel like she was running out of time? I keep hearing that she's running out of time. Okay, but and in reality, she wasn't, because she, she was just starting out in life and she was already very successful. She was a beautiful girl, beautiful girl. Okay, now here we have the Seven of Cups in the reverse. In the upright, this represents many choices, which was her life in the beginning. She had very, very many choices. Some were good, some were not so good, but heaven offered her all these choices. These came from heaven, and, she chose a lot. She had a lot, but it's in the reverse. So that means that, again, she's feeling that she don't have a lot of choices left because she turned 30, or it was 30, or something to that effect. She felt like her time was up. I don't know who put this in her head or why she came to this conclusion of why turning 30 made her feel like her time was up in life, that she had nothing to go from there, which she did. I just don't get it. I don't understand. So I feel like here, now we have the, I asked if there was someone else involved, and then here we have the Eight of Cups in the reverse. This is when you're walking away from someone or walking away from something. See, in the upright, you see the person has stacked all their cups, everything that once meant something to them. They got them stacked up here. So this person goes up the hill, walks away, and looking and searching for something higher, always in their mind about it. Blue represents in your mind, and then red represents a lot of passion. So again, we're having the same thing running. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm picking up the wrong card. Okay, I went back to this card, but I turned off the camera because I had to clean the lens, and then I picked up this card. But here we have this one, is the one we were talking about. Here we have where she was walking away very passionate. So I do feel like she walked away from someone, because here next to it we have the male energy. All right, so I asked if there was anyone else involved in this. Did she really jump, or was she talked into jumping, or did someone push her? Okay, so then this male energy popped up. This is a man that's actually a pretty good man. Here he sits like the king. He's in deep thought, and he's offering this wand of emotion and love. But I do see that this same person came in and out. Here he is coming in and out, in and out. In the upright, it's in and out. Mercury retrograde brought this in, and then in the reverse, it shows that where they went out completely and didn't come back. Okay, so I am seeing a person that she was dealing with privately, which was a male figure that came in and out of their of her life. Now, let me tell you something, y'all, because this exact same thing happened to Regina King's son. I just did a video on them yesterday where he committed suicide because we're in Mercury retrograde. And if you have these thoughts in your mind, Mercury retrograde pushes them through. Mercury retrograde brings endings. Sometimes they're tragic. Okay, this is always wise to get help, because when Mercury retrograde is here, it brings tragic endings. And for her, it brought this tragic ending. And for him, the other guy, Regina King's son, brought a tragic ending. And the same thing happened to her. Okay, it brought a tragic ending because these were her thoughts at the time, and Mercury retrograde pushed it on through. All right, but I do feel like this person that came in and out of her life put an edge on it. Okay, and once he decided to leave and not come back, I feel like that put a further edge on what she was already feeling and thinking, that she was running out of time. Here we have the intuition card. I've set this one aside because, sorry y'all, I set this one aside because they kept falling out, and I put it back and it fell out. So this is the High Priestess, the intuition card. Okay, the intuition card means you already know what's going to happen. You already know, you can foretell the future. You can follow your own intuition. So I do see like she had some type of intuition of things that might happen in either with this person or in her life, which she didn't like. She did not like that. I also feel like she felt it was too late for her to have a baby, because here we have the Empress card. She wanted to have a baby. Now, I don't know if she already has one or not, y'all. Somebody tell me in the comments, because I don't know this person. But I do feel like when she turned 30, that she felt like she wanted to have a baby, or felt like it was too late for her. And it's not too late. I mean, if you're only 30 years old, you can still have a baby. You can have a baby up until, your older years, until you go into menopause, actually. I wouldn't suggest that, but, in your 30s, it's okay to have a baby. But I feel like she felt like she was running out of time. Okay? I don't know why in the world this girl would think something like this. All right? She felt like she was running out of time. Now, I did ask if someone else was involved, or was this just a regular suicide, and I got the yes card to both questions, y'all. Both questions. This is the yes card. Sorry, I clean my cards as I go. If you don't like it, you don't have to watch. I got the yes card to both of these answers. Yes, there was someone else involved, and yes, this was a suicide. So I'm kind of feeling that someone might have said that to her. Oh, why don't you just off yourself? Why don't you just, whatever. But I do feel like with the mental issues that she had, which were kept a secret, she never told anybody about these mental issues. Maybe just a counselor or a psychiatrist or something like that. And then the feeling of being running out of time, which was huge for her. Huge. This was a huge. I felt like that in my lifetime. When I turned 50, I felt like I was running out of time, and I still haven't done this, that, and that, and that. And it was a horrible feeling. But then I got over it. I thought, I still got the rest of my life. I'll do it later, or I can do this, that. But for her, this was huge, y'all. Very huge, that she felt like she was running out of time. And she already became the ultimate Miss America. What else was there left? Okay, I felt like she felt there was nothing else left for her to do. Okay, so, and then we got the final outcome was, yes, she jumped to her death, and then the end of a karmic cycle. So we got the end of a karmic cycle here, meaning her life came to an end. The way she was living is no more. She was in a depressed state, only never showed it, but now it's at the bottom because it's over, it's done with. This is what the end of a karmic cycle means, that the life you once lived, it's done, it's over, it's never going to return, and this is where she is at now. Did she make it to the other side? Oh yes, this is when I asked that question. Did she make it to the other side? Because remember, we talked about this in my other video. People that commit suicide, do they make it to the other side? Do they make it to the light? When I asked that question, I never got the hangman. Okay, I never got the hangman, but I did get yes on several answers. I do feel that she made it to the other side. Now, I don't know how things are going to go for her on Judgment Day, because, we go to a waiting place, and from there, on Judgment Day, you get judged, and then you go up or down or to a different level, because heaven has levels. If you haven't seen the illustration of that, go watch the Regina King son's video. I put an illustration, the one that says illustration of, God's plan. That one, watch it. There's an illustration of what happens to you after you die. Okay, so for her, this is something she's going to have to deal with God about what she did to herself and where she's going to go from there. But she does need much prayer, y'all. Much prayer for this young girl. She did have some mental issues, so I do know that God is a very forgiving God, and I don't feel like terrible things will happen to her in the afterlife. She does know now what happened. She knows now what happened, and she is saying that she wished she had did things differently. She knows now that she had plenty of time, that she wasn't running out of time. But here on earth, she felt like she was running out of time. Which, why would you kill yourself for running out of time? This is the part I still don't understand. I'm going to do some more shuffling after this to see if I can get an answer on that, because I feel like there's something missing here. So there's probably going to be a part 2 to this video, because I feel like there's something missing. The Spirit isn't telling me, or something is going on. There's something else going on. All right, so there will be a part 2. Yeah, if you ever feel suicidal, people, you can call the National Hotline for Suicide. There is a 1-800 number. I will try to post it here down below. But you are not alone. Maybe you don't have a mother or father, or brother, sister, or cousin, or anyone to talk to, but you are not alone. You can always call that 1-800 number. All right, and someone will answer, and someone will listen to you, and someone will talk to you. And first and foremost, you have God. You don't really need anybody. All you got to do is pray to God, and God is right there. You may not be able to see him, but you will feel him, and he will pull you through anything. There's nothing he can't do. He will pull you through any situation that you are. I've had situations in my lifetime where I've been very, very low and just didn't think that I was going to make it. But, right away I go into prayer, and then, I come out of it. Miraculously, I come out of it. So I do feel like, even though she had an chemical balance in her brain, I feel like she should have called someone or told someone, but she didn't. Poor thing. I feel so sorry for her. It was a tragic loss for her and everyone else. So just pray for her and keep her in your prayers, y'all. I'm going to end it here. I feel like this reading was a little bit scattered, because I feel like there's missing information, and there's something else the Spirit wants to say. I'm going to go into meditation after this and do another reading on my own and see what I come up with. But there will be a part 2 to this, y'all, okay? Thanks for watching. Don't forget to buy my cup. The link will be down below. There's an influence on this cup, y'all. Those that drink from it will gain good luck and money, health, and love. All right, check it out, buy it. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.